Imagine a warship vanishing into thin air, only to reappear hundreds of kilometers away, its crew fused into the very metal of the ship. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's the legend of the Philadelphia experiment, one of the most chilling and persistent mysteries of the 20th century. It's October 1943, at the height of World War II. The Philadelphia Naval Shipyard is buzzing with activity, but one project is shrouded in absolute secrecy. The subject, a destroyer escort, the USS Eldridge. The goal? To create a ship that is completely invisible to enemy radar. An ambitious, but perhaps plausible feat of wartime innovation. But according to legend, something went far beyond rendering the ship invisible to machines. Eyewitness accounts, though shadowy and unverified, paint a terrifying picture. They say the USS Eldridge was enveloped in a bizarre greenish-blue glow. Powerful generators hummed, creating an intense electromagnetic field around the vessel. Then, in a flash of light, it was gone. Not just a blip off a radar screen, but completely vanished from sight, leaving only disturbed water in its wake. The story doesn't end there. In fact, this is where it gets truly bizarre. Mere moments after disappearing from Philadelphia, the Eldridge was allegedly spotted in Norfolk, Virginia, over 200 miles away. Sailors on another ship, the SS Andrew Furuseth, reportedly saw it appear out of nowhere, shimmering in a green haze, before it vanished once again. When the Eldridge finally reappeared back in the Philadelphia shipyard, the scene was one of pure horror. The experiment, it seemed, had been a catastrophic success and a human tragedy. The crew was in a state of utter chaos. Some men were simply gone, vanished without a trace. Others were suffering from severe psychological trauma, seemingly driven mad by the experience. But the most grotesque detail was the fate of those who remained. Several sailors were found physically fused into the ship's structure. Men embedded in the steel bulkheads and decks, their bodies melded with the metal, some still alive. It was a sight so horrific that the Navy allegedly scrambled to cover it up, classifying the entire project and swearing all witnesses to secrecy. For years, the Philadelphia experiment was nothing more than a whisper, a rumor among sailors. Then, in the 1950s, a man named Carlos Allende, also known as Carl Allen, sent a series of strange annotated letters to a UFO researcher named Morris K. Jessup. Allende claimed he had been a merchant mariner aboard the SS Andrew Furuseth and had witnessed the Eldridge's impossible teleportation firsthand. His letters, filled with bizarre scientific jargon and chilling details, were the fuel that ignited the legend into a full-blown conspiracy theory. The US Navy has consistently and flatly denied that any such experiment ever took place. They've provided logs showing the USS Eldridge was on a shakedown cruise in the Bahamas at the time of the alleged event. Officials explain that the invisibility stories likely arose from a misunderstanding of degaussing, a real process used to make ships invisible to magnetic sea mines by wrapping them in electrical cables to reduce their magnetic signature. This process could, to an untrained eye, look mysterious. So, what are we to believe? Was this a case of wartime hysteria and misidentified technology? Or was it a genuine, top-secret experiment that went horribly wrong? During World War II, scientists on both sides were pushing the boundaries of physics. From the atomic bomb to early radar technology, the era was defined by radical scientific leaps. Could the Philadelphia experiment have been a real, albeit failed, attempt at electromagnetic cloaking, or even something more exotic, like manipulating space-time? No solid evidence has ever been brought forward. No declassified documents, no credible first-hand accounts from the crew, no physical proof. The USS Eldridge itself served a long and uneventful career after the war before being transferred to the Greek Navy. It was a very real, very normal ship. And yet, the story endures. It taps into our deepest fascination with secret government projects, lost technologies, and the unknown frontiers of science. The Philadelphia experiment has become a cornerstone of modern mythology, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and films. Was it a hoax? A misunderstanding of a real naval procedure? Or is there a kernel of truth buried under decades of official denials and classified files? Until definitive proof surfaces, the USS Eldridge will continue its phantom voyage, sailing forever through the fog that separates fact from fiction, a ghost ship in the annals of history. What do you think really happened? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, And if you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more mysteries.